Hey gang, welcome back to Kelly's Creations. A little bit of a different start today. Um, as many of you know, and I've recently had a loss in my family. I lost my aunt, who was one of my favorite people in this world. And in the last few years, I've lost several. My family's very small to begin with, so I lost my grandmother, and then I lost my husband, who was my best friend and with me for more than half of my life. I miss him every day. Um, Then I lost my Aunt Patty. Um, a year ago, I lost my sister Michelle. And this past week, I lost my aunt. And I'm used to dealing with things by myself. And the outpouring I've had from all of you has just been phenomenal. And I thank you so very much. Um, I have got a tribute piece that I just feel absolutely compelled I have to make. Um, I've ordered the things for it that I need from the outside of my paint, and a friend of mine has helped me cut out the wood and get it ready. And it's going to be a table. And well, I'm sneak peek. You'll be able to see more of that. I've already started making some of the video for some of the work that's gone into the prep of it. And when I get that put together, I'll make sure I put it out here, and it will be titled The Tribute Piece so that you can all come and see it. For those that have left me the messages and subscribed to my channel, welcome, thank you. God bless you all. I appreciate it more than you know. I started doing this. I've always loved doing art, but I started doing this as a way of dealing with some things that were going on and the losses in my life. And you have just been an inspiration all the way. So thank you. God bless you. And give me just a minute and we'll be back to paint. Okay, gang, I'm back. I have an 12 by 24 canvas here, and it's been some time since I've done a Dutch pour. So I'm going to do that. But the first thing I've done is I've gone through and I've made sure that my canvas is, let's see if I can't bring you guys down just a little bit more here. Hang on just a second so that you can see things better. There we go. Move my little stands here so I can get you. I thought I had it centered, and I'm sorry, I guess I really didn't. So I'll move my stands here. All right, and I'm still centered. And I want to make sure that I move that around to every section of the canvas. Normally I'd stand it up because I can see it through here, but to show you, I'm laying it down that way, and I'm level all over the place so that hopefully my paint's not going to go sliding off. And get my gloves here, and we'll get this painting started. The recipe for my paints is listed down below. And the colors that I'm going to be using today are, and I'm sorry my bottles are dirty, are Metallic Green by Artist Loft, Deco Art Silver, Deco Art Metallics Silver, Sterling Silver, Liquitex and Iridescent Cobalt Blue, Jewel Essence Interference Colors, which is this is the Interference Blue, Hebeo Studios Iridescent Blue Green. Then this is Liquitex Basics, and I'm going to see if I can pronounce this one because it gets me every time. Quinacridone Magenta, Jewel Essence Interference Violet, and on top I'm hoping to put the Artist Loft Cobalt Blue. So to start with, let's get this canvas flooded. And this is just Artist Loft. What I put on the top of mine is just the Artist Loft Flow Acrylic with the same recipe that I use in my paints. Okay. Dutch pour, you want your consistency to be very fluid. It's not a thick one. It's not, the more fluid it is, the better it's going to flow for you when you're moving things around. And unfortunately, I forgot to, because it's been some time since I've done a Dutch pour, I forgot to fill up my squeeze bottle to do my edges, so let me briefly just wipe that there. You want the edges, everything to be moist and covered so that the paints are going to move more easily for you. Okay, so everything's covered there. I see these other artists and they are just so neat. They stay so clean. They don't wear gloves, and that is just so not me. I wish I could say it was. I know myself better than that, and that's just, I'm getting, when I'm getting where things are, my hands are dirty and my table doesn't look the best. That's when I know for me that I'm being creative. All right, let's get the bubbles out of this. And I live with puppy dogs, and unfortunately, I'm seeing right now that they've left me a bit of themselves. So let me see if I can find my picks here. There we go. Okay, let's try and get this one. Actually looks like a little bit of Quigley because it's nice and dark. All right, so we have that out. All right, bubbles are out, nice and level. Let's get started here with the Artist Loft Metallic Green. Okay, close that one up. Come in with the DecoArt DecoArt Metallics rather, Sterling Silver. Okay. Liquitex Basics Iridescent Cobalt Blue. Jewelescent, which is just a mica, an interference mica in the interference blue. Okay. Pebeo Studios Iridescent Blue Green. And I mean, don't be afraid to try different colors. If you don't like it, what's the worst thing that happens? Just scrape it and start again. The Liquitex Basics Quinacridone Magenta. Give it just a little bit of a color up change in here. Okay. Jewelescence Interference again, this time the violet. Okay, and wrap this up on the top with Artist Loft Metallic Cobalt Blue. A lot of color on here. Let's hope this plays nicely. Okay, grab the torch and get the bubbles out of our colors. And I'm going to have to ask you to forgive me. It's allergy season in full swing here in Northeast Tennessee, and I think the nose, well, I know the nose runs faster than I do. All right, let me get this closed back up here because, like I said, I'm klutz. And pull out my little hair dryer here and see how am I going to blow this out. I think I'm going to start here and work my way around. So here we go. All right. And as I said, it's been some time since I've done a Dutch pour, and I think I left too much base on the top. And there's just too much negative space for me. I like some negative space, but not a whole lot. Let me find, here it is. So you know what? I'm going to try something here before I scrape it. One of the Facebook groups that I belong to, a lady named Stacy Cloutier, had an idea for paint left on the table. Well, I don't want to waste just the paint that's here, so I've taken, and this is completely her idea, you go into Lowe's and you buy these 12 by 12 tiles, and they're on the web. Well, what we've done is we've taken those off of the webbing. She didn't do this with the back, but again, I'm a klutz. I know I'm a klutz. So I just took some hot glue, put a screw on there so that I can hang on to it. And then we are going to dip this into our paint. And I have that now from it. I love it. So I'm going to set that up here and let it dry. You know what? I did a few before, so let me show you. These were done with the bloom technique, not with the Dutch, but here's one of them that I completed. Now these are not yet resin, but they will be. And another one that I had completed. And again, these are out of the paints from the bloom technique, but I'm really liking the way that one just came out. So before I scrape this off, I'm going to gather up from the different areas and like that. Okay, so let me get some more of my pieces out here to hold these. Any of you ever go into Lowe's? They're PVC pipes. You know, this is actually called a coupling. Works perfect for holding a lot of your things. As a matter of fact, my canvas here is held up with 2-inch couplings and working great. Let's see, I've got some really nice stuff right in here. Yeah, that one's not so. Okay. So that's all right, because when I don't like it, you take your little rubber scraper, wipe it off, and try it again. Let's try right here. Now that one I like, so I keep that. Slide my little coupler under there and just set it out of the way and let it dry. And are there any other spots in here that I really like? Let's try this right here and see. Yeah, not so much on that one, so let's wipe it off and try here. Yep, I like that one. So, I mean, paint that I would have just scraped off onto my table, I've now turned into another piece that I'm going to like. And what I'll do is when these are all done, I will take them and cover them in resin and glue a magnet on the back, and you can stick it up on your refrigerator. And just like that, out of the way, and you do want to make sure you get your edges too, because you don't want that paint to make a difference on your next covering when you're trying again. Okay, set that out of the way. I really like those 4 little magnets that I'm going to turn into that. So let's try again. We're not going to use as much pillow this time, or not pillow, but pillows for the bloom technique. It's not for this technique. All right, wipe off my spatula here. And let's get it covered out and try and make sure that we control. Well, obviously, I didn't get my canvas cleaned off, did I? Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked that up. This time I think, though, in addition to that, I'm going to wipe the canvas off because I don't want it moving forward. All right, put this back down. All right, so we're starting off with a clean canvas. Shouldn't pick up again, hopefully. I know my pieces are still sitting level, so I'm good there. All right, make sure that my little spatula is good and clean. And for that, I will grab a completely different rag to make sure. I just go to the dollar store and I buy the 12-pack of washcloths for like, I think it's like $2 or $3. And allows me to keep my things clean, and it's not something I have to worry about a big investment. And my edges should still be covered here. So I am going to run it like this. Sorry about the back of the head, guys. Really need to remember next time to make up my squeeze bottle because it's so much easier on these edges. Okay, now get it spread out. I want enough base on it that my paint's going to move freely, but not so much that it overtakes my colors like it just did with that last pour. So let's get things centered out here. We'll get the bubbles out and give it a shot again. What do you say? All right. Okay. Seeing some spots, and I don't want to use that spatula again since it's been down in the bottom. So I'm seeing some spots here where the canvas is coming through. Sorry, sometimes I think we just do things better by feel. It spreads a lot better with that, but I want my paint nice and even. And all right. Dry out the hands again. You know what? I've seen some other artists do, and at this point, I'm going to just go ahead and try it. And I hope this works because that's the last of it. Okay, and I'm just moving this around so that I get the paint all over the canvas. All right. Maybe that's what I needed to be doing all this time and hadn't. So we'll see. It looks like it's got a nice even coat. It's run off the sides, the bubbles. Lots of bubbles, of course, because I just shook it all up. So bear with me just a second here. Get out of there. All right. All right. And we're off again. Let's try this again. So we go back to the metallic green. Silver, sterling silver. Iridescent cobalt blue. the Heveo Studios Iridescent Blue Green, Jewel Essence Interference Blue, Quinacridone Magenta, Interference Violet by Jewel Essence, and topping it all off on there with the Artist Loft Metallic Cobalt Blue. All right, let's get the air out of it. All right, here we go again. Okay. There we go. And I do like that one. I do. Let's see if we can bring some more up on the petals here. Oh, yeah. There's some color hidden in these petals, so I'm trying to just add a little bit of heat and bring that color up, if you can see that. Okay, let's see. Do we need to do anything to it? I think I'd like to bring this one out just a bit more. See how much color is still hiding in there? Okay. Maybe do some breakup in here. I really like that, well, to me it looks like a sand dollar. Break it up a bit. Okay, so give me just a minute to dry my hands off. I will bring you down here and we will take a look at how it's working out. Be right back. Okay, so let's take a look at it here from the edge. I really do like this. It's been well over a month since I've done a Dutch pour, and I'd forgotten how much fun they can be. And I'm showing you all this with the studio lights on, and then here in just a moment I'm going to turn the studio lights off so that we can catch those interference colors. So there's one, there's two. Now let's take a look at it again. See the micas in there going along with those iridescents? Just gives a beautiful shine. Let's come back at it this way. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm liking this piece. If you are already a subscriber to my channel, I thank you very, very much. I appreciate you more than you know. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button and then click on the bell and select all so that anytime I put out a video, you'll be able to see it. Oh, wait, let me go up here too. These were made from the paint that I would have scraped off of the first attempt. I think those are going to look really gorgeous once they're resined up and I have the magnet on the back and use it for the refrigerator or whatever it needs to be. But so from the foothills of the Smoky Mountains, here's praying that you're all happy, healthy, and safe. God bless, and see you next time. Bye-bye.